Hi, this is Majinoni, and here's my review for Amazing Spider-Man number 637, Grim Hunt, Part 4. I'm doing this one by itself because it's actually a little bit thicker of a story. And what an ending this was. There are, mentioned in my haul video, there's two different covers. The second cover is actually really good too because it has Kraven and Spider-Man in a battle pose type thing. But I really like this one, the way you had the graveyard and the Spider-Man on there, and it's like Spider Grave, his blood, then the hunter may live again type thing. So I thought this was like a really cool cover. So what we have here is J. Jonah Jameson. He's like holding a press conference because all the animals are going crazy, and he's upset because the animal rights activists are causing a problem. Like, you can't treat these animals this way. They're animals too. So but yet animals are rampaging, causing destruction. And while he's giving his speech, people are like not responding to him. He's like, what's wrong? Oh, let me guess, there's something behind me. And sure enough, you can tell there's something behind him, and it's spiders. So you get an overview of what's going on, and next up is you have Peter Parker. He's kind of pissed off that his quote unquote brother's dead, and Kraven and his family are responsible for his death and the death of others. So he's getting himself psyched up for battle. Now he dons the black costume and he leaves for vengeance. Now Kraven's not happy that he's been resurrected, which is understandable. Oh, and by the way, there's spoilers. In case you haven't read your book, there's spoilers. Should have mentioned that earlier, but I didn't get into any spoilers yet. So anyways, Kraven and his family are there. He's kind of upset and with the way things are going. And they kind of sense that something bad is going to happen. And sure enough, the spiders. Now, Chameleon's not pleased, even though he's family, he's not really family. He's like, I'm being paid $3 million to be here. And they're like, well, you get paid, you better earn it. So anyway, we go back to the captured spider people. Kraven's wife is really pissed off. Madam Web's like taunting her, ha ha ha, I knew this wasn't going to work the way it was, you think it's going to work. And she's like, you bitch, you knew this whole time and you're useless. And she basically, slips her throat. Now, the key thing is she wanted more information. Madam Web couldn't help her any longer, so that's why she killed her. So, anyways, lights out, and then Madam Web knows it's Spider-Man. So you have the three, Kraven's son, daughter, Chameleon. Chameleon gets taken out pretty quickly. Spider-Man goes after the other two. Oh, I'm sorry. This is where Spider-Man discovers that the other spider people are gone. Then he goes after, fights the son who died and got transformed into the animal, takes him out, dodges a bullet, and they're like, nobody dodges a bullet. You must have missed. He's like, no, he dodged the bullet. Well, Spider-Man's he's in rare form, drops him from the shadows, grabs the other son, just kicks his ass in the shadows. Makes the daughter run in terror. Next up, he goes after the wife. Now, she has this weird hallucination that she thinks that that's Kraven, but it's not. Spider-Man takes out the gun, and he looks in it after the other spider heroes. Now, Madam Web's about to die, but before she dies, she passes on a vision and a gift to the Spider-Woman. This part here was awesome. Spider-Man is basically, the situation is this: Spider-Man's on a tear, and he's about to do very bad things unless somebody can stop him. And that's what's her name? Aria, I think her name was. That's her job. So Spider-Man goes after Kraven's wife. Here, puts his hand on her face, casts some webbing, and doesn't cast the webbing, just pulls his hand off and rips her face. This has never, ever, ever been done. And I was like, holy crap. Awesome. Blood everywhere. Next up, Kraven comes to join the fight. Awesome picture of Kraven. This is like, I was like, yes! But then I was like, well, Kraven's kind of like out of it, so it's not going to be as good as I think it's going to be. Well, the fight is going on, and I mean, the fight here is actually pretty cool. It's really it flows really well with each other. You know, the way the panels are rectangular, they can put a ton of different panels in there, and all you really need is just these short little snippets of what's going on. You don't always need the big panel to explain everything. So we find out that he's got these web cocoon-like things, and that's where the chameleon and the other son is, and they're just jacked up. And Arya is taking out the daughter, and Kraven and Spider-Man, the fight's actually pretty good, and right, Spider-Man is just finally gets the upper hand, and he's about to kill Kraven. And now, keep in mind, Kraven wants to die, so it's not like, I mean, he's fighting to, you know, for pride and whatnot, but, you know, this is what he wants. He wants to die. And that's when Spider-Woman appears, and she's, like, glowing, and she's like, no, Peter, this is not what's supposed to happen. You do not want to do this. Now, I love this picture here. I would love to see this as a statue or a poster, because I thought this was really, really a cool picture, panel right here. Anyways, they're saying, you know, you kill him, it's going to unleash a chain of events that, you know, you're going to hurt a lot more people by doing this. And it shows that he gets kicked out of the Avengers. You know, he changes his costume. Then Aunt May's terrified that he's Spider-Man. He punches out Harry and then kills Doc Ock. And I was like, whoa, I want to see this alternate universe so badly now. But then, they're basically saying, you know, if you save Kraven, that one person, then you're going to save thousands of people's lives. And those thousands of people are going to save people. You can't do this. And that was just enough to make him stop. And I was like, oh, man, I wish I had that other universe. Marvel, please show us that other universe. So anyways, Kraven's all pissed off that he doesn't get killed, and they make an escape. Now, once this happens, the animals calm themselves down. Then you go to the graveyard scene, you have Madame Kane, and people are buried. Arya's got a new costume. Spider-Woman girl's got a new costume thing going on. And she's got a totally new thing, because she's basically set up to be now the next Madame Web. Now, from right now, I'm going, okay, what did we get from this? We got rid of Madame Web, which is, you know, we could have gotten rid of her. Then we have getting rid of Kane, which was good. Unfortunately, we have Kraven back, but you know, hopefully they'll do something cool with Kraven. So Kraven's in the Savage Land, and he's basically gonna take care of business, and by that, he basically is gonna hunt his family in a way. I guess that's the one way to put it. And if they're strong enough, they're gonna survive. Well, the wife is like, "What are you talking about? This is my family." Blah blah blah, and he just kills her. Next up is the son, kills him next. So I'm like, okay. I'm okay with the killing of the son, because, yeah, that's now a pretty stupid character to keep bringing on. But this one could have been cool, because she's got Spider-Man's hand on her face. So, the son wants no part of it, and the daughter's like, well, you know, I'm not a coward like the son, than my brother. And Kraven's like, okay, well, if you kill him, then I train you, and we get the new family. If he kills you, then I'm going to do the family with him. You know, basically what he's saying is they're going to rebuild and make it a strong force again. And then, of course, you get the Hunter, the Hunted thing, and then you also get Stan Lee thing. Hey, you know, that 2-page comic here for Stan Lee. Now, this is the part that made me... I mean, I had lots of good feelings, lots of wow, and this is the one thing they did to just deflate it a little bit. So this is a spoiler. You know what? I'm not even going to spoil it. You're going to have to read the book yourself. Because that's how much I'm pissed off at it, that part of it. But anyways, what I can say is, this was I really enjoyed the storyline for the Grim Hunt. I think the final issue really pulled everything together. The fighting was good, the storyline was good, it was grim, and art was I really enjoyed the art also. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it on the site. Tell me what you thought of the Grim Hunt, and subscribe to the channel.